Are you in the league with those healthcare leaders who are providing seamless patient experience? All too often, providers are not paid in a timely manner and patients are unable to access records, while payers spend too much time determining associated costs. The lack of seamless data exchanges and integrated applications, combined with the need for an adaptable healthcare API ecosystem, often results in higher costs, poorer health outcomes, and a lack of coordination across the healthcare ecosystem. Think about an ideal future state of having a 360-degree view of your patients. The SAGE IT Interoperability Framework, SafFHIR, built around the HL7 FHIR standards, lays the foundation for healthcare interoperability and enables coordinated care, improved health outcomes, and reduced costs. This solution is principally focused on achieving the following: implementation of CMS Interoperability Final Rule, FHIR Compliant Resource APIs, infrastructure that meets all FHIR standards, and integration with CRM and other applications to provide seamless data flow across the organization with TIBCO Hosted Cloud.
Hello all, this is a demonstration of the SAGE IT Application Framework for FHIR, the SafFHIR framework. Today's demonstration, we will be looking at the perspective of FHIR data consumption by a smart app using the SafFHIR framework, enabling easy accessibility of health data for patients. Data from payer systems or provider systems are extracted, transformed to FHIR format, and loaded into the FHIR server using the TIBCO suite of products. We are now seeing on screen a simulator app that is installed on a mobile device and will consume the FHIR data from the FHIR server using the API gateway in the form of REST APIs. We have a demo payer system called SAGE IT configured. A FHIR server URI is configured. OpenID Connect protocol or the OIDC configuration details that uses the underlying OAuth2 to provide security, which is authentication and authorization, are configured. For this demo, we have the use case of a patient synonymous to user requesting his or her patient record from a payer and to import this data to mobile device. First, we will log in to the simulator app. Our configured demo payer system, SAGE IT, is available to access the health records from. You can now select this and select import. We are now redirected to the SAGE IT FHIR server for authentication authorization. Here, the patient credentials are provided whose data we are trying to fetch from payer's FHIR server. On successful authentication of the credentials, we are presented with a consent page. A consent is required to fetch data from the FHIR server and to store on mobile. We can provide consent on what information needs to be fetched. Read patient information only, read clinical data only, or a combination of both. After selecting consent on the required details, we can now select Authorize. On Authorize, the data import is initiated to the mobile device. The patient data is now being fetched from the payer's FHIR server and is being imported to the patient's mobile device. On successful import, we can now view on the mobile device the data of the patient from the payer's FHIR server. Patient demographic details like the patient name, patient ID, date of birth, phone, address details are available. The other resources, the clinical data, are also available to view, like allergy intolerance, care plan, care team, condition, encounter, immunization, procedure. We can select on a particular resource to view more information about it. Immunization. A list of all immunizations of the patients are listed and are available. A specific immunization record like the COVID-19 immunization details could also be accessed and viewed. We could also access other resources like the encounters, visits to a hospital, provider, or a clinic. Information regarding the same is also available for the user to view. Procedures. Details of the procedure the patient has undergone. A list of all this information is available for the user on his or her mobile device. The Sage IT SafFHIR framework thus empowers patients by giving them the control to their health information in a standard format on a mobile device, and they are now able to take this information to another payer or share with the provider, all while keeping this information safe and secure. Thank you.
Why SafFHIR is right for you. It helps you achieve up to 50% cost savings, accelerate time to market in less than 3 months, saves implementation costs up to $2 million, and gives 100% FHIR compliance. We're already doing this for a leading health plan network based in New York. Come, transform with Sage IT.